स्नानं लविलेपनं कुसुमम् न्यायङ्कृतामूर्तजाः.
Senior teachers and faculty who taught us, and learned faculty, and my dear children, a warm welcome to each one of us. It's an honor for the Alumni Association to keep the momentum of doing these conferences and symposiums over the last 5 years. Except for the pandemic years, I think we've done it. So we had ISET, we had symposiums, and again we restarted these post-pandemic. And I thank each one of you over here, especially Vice Chancellor Garu and Principal and our Dean faculty for supporting these causes of which the alumni is working towards academic excellence of the college and institutions. I think we are sure we will continue getting the same support, and at the apex level, at the highest level, at OU, that is Osmania University, our Vice Chancellor Garu has created an umbrella organization called Osmania Foundation, which today is the umbrella organization for all our alumni associations. And we thank you for it, to creating a permanent structure for alumni to interact and connect back to the alma mater and pay back. It could be finances, it could be academic knowledge, it could be anything under the sun anybody wants to contribute. I think the paving the way for that is, it's not just engineering college, but parallelly so many other constitute colleges have come up with their own alumni associations.
Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my dear students, and it is a pleasure to conduct such a wonderful programs by a alumni association, and biannually it is the second international symposium, and this year we have chosen a theme of space technology and on the moon, and every year alternately one international conference and one international symposium aluminum association is conducting, and we have planned almost 16 lectures during this day, and afternoon technical sessions will be starts, and I wish all the students to utilize this opportunity to learn various space technology, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Guests on the dais, off the dais, participants, sponsored organizations and delegates from the sponsored organizations, students and faculty of College of Engineering, a very good morning and welcome to this second international symposium on recent challenges in engineering with the title of Perspectives and Challenges in Engineering on the Moon. So we were discussing about the title itself. Title itself is new to many of us. So I think it is time for us to learn more from the experts who are there on the dais. And I hope the students will get benefited by this title and also the proceedings which takes place in the morning and in the afternoon in their departments, which should trigger some ideas in the innovative minds of the College of Engineering, so that this is not only a seminar or a symposium, but this is a starting point from where we will build upon the particular branch of engineering on the moon, so that the students will be doing good work either in their projects or in their future studies, and hope. Hyderabad is already an important place. Osmania College of Engineering is another important place. And the research in moon, on the moon, or whatever is happening, should also trigger very much in the campus of Osmania University, not only in College of Engineering, but with the leadership of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravinder. I think all other departments connected with this also should be assembled to get some more advantage of this topic.
Thank you. Good morning and greetings to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for this second International Symposium on Perspectives and Challenges of Engineering on the Moon. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. 𝗓𝗏 Chauhan Garu, Director, NRSC, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor D. Ravinder Garu, Guest of Honors, Dr. 𝗕𝗶𝗫𝗫 Garu, Distinguished Scientist, and Engineer P. Ramireddy Garu, welcoming you all to the second edition of International Symposium on Recent Challenges in Engineering, with a focal theme on perspectives and challenges in engineering on the moon, which is organized in association with our Alumni Association. You know, this is the first of its kind symposium being organized in India after the phenomenal success of Chandrayaan. This is a golden opportunity for engineers across the globe so that they get a new opportunities on the explorations on the moon and quest for excellence on the moon. In fact, this year's ISRCE focuses on lunar engineering, bringing relevance to ever-changing field. And this symposium aims to contribute insights to advancements in the lunar exploration. The symposium is being organized across all 7 disciplines, that is biomedical engineering, civil engineering, computer science engineering, electrical engineering, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical and mining engineering. Totally, we have 16 lectures are being planned, including plenary talk by Professor 𝗓𝗏. We like to thank all the speakers for sparing their valuable time in delivering the talks under different tracks. I believe Symposium lecture series provides excellent launching pad for our engineers, and we also have for students and scholars to present their potential ideas on the above theme through a poster presentation tomorrow, and cash awards are also being planned for the best presentations. You know, Prime Minister of India also has given a roadmap for the development of moon explorations. And I would like to add one important point here. Any institution for that matter is known by the strength and recognition of alumni, what they achieve and what they reflect upon our institution. The thousands of alumni who have graduated from the portals of OU have created their niche in their field. It's an incredible honor to have such alumni in our Osmania University. And our OU network is very strong and we are very proud of it. Extremely happy to inform you that they are our brand ambassadors. We don't require any brand ambassadors. Our alumni itself, they really prove themselves what they have done. Their vibrancy creates a positive impact. Under our Vice Chancellor's administration, we have created a fantastic ecosystem for alumni interactions and have grown exponentially in the recent past. We hope that the symposium will provide positive impacts on the society and guide efficiently. Let's hope for the best. I welcome you all for the symposium and thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Dr. M.S. Venkatramayya and Dr. Vijay Kumar came with a proposal. This is already every year event, but the theme is coined by them, that is engineering on moon. So immediately I said, no, before capturing this idea by somebody, we should immediately prepare a brochure and release, because this is a relevant and befitting theme for the symposia, because recently India launched a vehicle on the south pole of the moon, and this is a befitting. And similarly, mining on moon also planned. The lectures on mining on moon also planned in the mining engineering department,
that future is going to be the mining on moon or engineering on moon or colonization of the moon. And when I met Dr. 𝗧𝗏 𝗚𝗏 in the 75 years of National Aeronautical Society of India, where the President of India was the chief guest, he was delivered a lecture on the engineering on moon and mining on moon on about the moon, and I have a lot of questions I posed to him. So some of the interesting things I came to know since then. So being in Hyderabad, 𝗧𝗏 𝗚𝗏 and also retired director ISRO and the scientist F. So I thought, no, we have to arrange one lecture with him for the benefit of our student fraternity. So similarly, this is coincided this international symposia. Then we have invited him as a as a guest of honor also to deliver the talk on the engineering on or colonization of engineering colonization on the moon. So actually, after this inaugural session is going to deliver plenary session here itself. After lunch, we have 2 technical sessions at respective departments, which is very relevant to the theme of the symposia. So all the students are requested to attend all these technical sessions conducted in respective departments, 7 departments, and tomorrow also there is a global alumni meet is scheduled in the morning. So before lunch, you have to have the sessions, and afterwards you can disperse for celebrating the new year. So that is 31st session. Actually, this type of the global alumni meet usually conducted in the day like on Christmas Day, 25th.
Experience of organizing the intellectual talks or academic talks by the departments. But whereas it's a unique kind of a thing that Alumni Association of Engineering College laid the new path in the Osmania University that organizing an international symposium. Really I appreciate the efforts of the Alumni Association of the Engineering College. I think I proudly say that I am also placed on record that which have taken a lot of inputs from the Engineering College Alumni Association. Subsequently, when I went to on the invitation of Alumni Association to US, I think they also suggested to have a umbrella organization for the entire Osmania University. As soon as I come back, and with the help of all these associations, which we established the Osmania Foundation, where we are in a position to receive or to take up a lot of activities under the Osmania Foundation, and now that is the base organization for this Osmania University. I think I have come from generally from the political science background, but I think more number of times visited to engineering college while compared with other colleges. I think I thank principal and other faculty members for inviting me to participate in this. But whereas just now which we have a informal talk in the principal's office, they said that I think there is a need to explore the new courses. As already which we have introduced almost all 18 new courses, but whereas the very interesting suggestion given by Dr. Prakash Chauhan Garu and at the same time 𝗧𝗏 𝗚𝗏 that I think geophysics, geology, geography and civil engineering, if you come together, I think which you can evolve a new course like as a diploma course or the new undergraduate course or post-graduation course also we can think of. Because the theme is also which mentioned recent challenges in engineering, which is the need of the hour to focus on the interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity. In fact, the new education policy also emphasizing on this. So that's why I think, in fact, the Professor Naveen is also initiated to have a MOU with Osmania University, with the ISRO. I think in the coming days, sir, we will work together with you, and definitely the exchange of ideas, exchange of knowledge is the need of the hour, definitely. And at the same time, the engineering college principal is also continuously organizing alumni talks and the distinguished talks also in this college for the benefit of our students, scholars, that will give a lot of changes in the academic and curriculum thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now for a special moment, the release of souvenirs for this event. These souvenirs are the reminder of the hard work and dedication of everyone involved in this event. They serve as a symbol of our collective efforts and our commitment to excellence.
May I now request all the dignitaries to come forward and release the souvenirs. Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
On this occasion, when we are meeting here on the inaugural function of the second International Symposium on recent challenges in engineering, and the focus of this conference is on a very interesting topic, probably not much talked about, is the engineering challenges on the lunar surface or onto the moon. First and foremost, let me thank the organizers for inviting me over here to interact with you all and also share my thoughts on this occasion, especially in context of, our recent achievements in lunar exploration and the future plans and the kind of challenges which are involved as far as the lunar activity and the lunar programs are concerned. I have devoted large amount of my time in understanding Earth as a planet, but in our solar system, other than Earth, you have our neighboring celestial bodies, and it's a human habit and human curiosity to know more about your neighbors rather than knowing about your own self. So in fact, that has kindled a large amount of interest in exploring our planetary bodies, which are basically in our neighborhood. In our own solar system, as you know, we have Venus on one side and of course Mars on the other side of the Earth, which are the nearest two planetary bodies. And of course, we have our own satellite, the natural satellite Moon, which is also of great interest to all of us, especially from the childhood itself, because this is the largest celestial body, which we can see when you lift your head into the skies. As far as the space exploration activities are concerned, the space age started with the launch of Sputnik. And since then, the quest for lunar exploration has been there among the spacefaring nations. In fact, all of you must have heard when Chandrayaan-3 was about to land onto the moon surface, suddenly the Russians came into picture. And then they announced that they will be also going to have the landing of their Luna 25 onto the moon surface. And probably it was thought that it will be much before than the Chandrayaan-3 lands into the polar or the south polar region of the moon. Eventually it could not happen, it failed, but these were the same Russians in the erstwhile USSR, the first one, who landed successfully Luna 2 way back in 1967, which all started the lunar exploration race. And the Americans, they really got perturbed by that success of erstwhile Soviets. And that time, the American president declared that the Russians cannot be one step ahead than Americans, and we will show to them that we will put the man onto the moon in next few years or so. And that's how the Apollo program started. And in July 1969, the first lunar human landings have happened. And all of you must know that, or you all may be knowing, the first man who landed onto the moon surface. And subsequently, the Apollo program continued till 1971. And in total, many people may not know that around 12 astronauts have walked onto the moon surface in different Apollo programs.
So those was the early days of the lunar exploration, and later on, because of the exorbitant costs involved, the NASA also abandoned the Apollo program, and the human programs were also subsequently abandoned. Russians did some, the robotic unmanned lunar landings of subsequent lunar programs. But the real interest in the lunar exploration started somewhere, around late 90s or so, when, European Space Agency, Japanese Space Agency, and then in early 2000, India also started talking about a first lunar exploration mission. Chinese also had their own plans, and they have a now very well developed lunar exploration program. As far as the Indian context is concerned, we started our activity with the launch of Chandrayaan-1, and in a country like India, if you have to invest in some of this space exploration program, you need to also develop or galvanize a community, the space exploration or the lunar exploration community, which is also very small. In fact, not many people in India are working on these topics. So to have a mission which basically going to have some kind of a spending, you have to have a purpose, and you have to have a national consensus that the outcome of this exploration mission will definitely provide scientific benefits to the country, and of course in long run there will be major benefits from such program. And that's how lot of conferences happened. The Chandrayaan-1 was conceived, and basically Chandrayaan-1 mission was a truly international mission. It was an orbiter mission. It has hosted payloads or instruments from 11 nations, 6 nations, 11 instruments were there. We had instruments from Americans, we have instruments from European countries, different European countries have contributed, and of course the instruments from our own country, which was basically contributed by ISRO. Of course, the history, I will not take much time. Chandrayaan-2 is basically what we call as not a fully successful mission, but a partial successful mission. We deployed our orbiter successfully. The orbiter is still working with 5 very high quality instruments, but the landing could not happen the way it was supposed to happen. It was not a soft landing. It landed, but basically the landing was a crash landing, and that has given a lot of lessons to us. Many of you must have witnessed that event in 2019 or so. But failures teaches you, many lessons in life. So we should not be, scared of failures. And then ISRO learned from all those, teams were built. All the failure analysis teams were there. They basically investigated all the aspects of the failures. And then from 2019 to 2023, a large amount of work in various ISRO laboratories were done to have a new configuration for the Chandrayaan-3 mission. And in this case, a regular orbiter was dropped because orbiter was already there. So we had only a lander and of course a rover, which was very similar, but there were a lot of augmentation in the landers. I will not talk in detail about it, but the lessons which were learned from the Chandrayaan-2 landing failures, many augmentations in the landing strength, landers, capability to land, support, especially the lander leg support, adding some of the navigation, sensors were also, incorporated, and then the thrusters also, were made much more throttleable. So all these engineering challenges were accomplished as far as Chandrayaan-3 was done, and large amount of tests and simulations before the mission itself was also carried out, where NRSC also provided a lot of support in terms of doing ground-based tests near Chitradurga and many other.
The rest of the things, how to adapt and how to make a living, can be worked out. So we are talking about moon. Do liquid water exist there? The answer is no. The reason being, the water molecules in the ppm level are concerned very, very meager. Unless otherwise, you find out large volumes of water in the polar zones, and it is in the solidified form, water ice. In such a condition, how to make water available? We'll look at in the future slide. But scientists have found out that in the entire galaxy, there are about 50 billion planets of similar thing. That is, similar solar systems are available, and that solar system has got a planets like our solar system. In that there are habitable zones. How many habitable zones are there? 50 billion planets are identified. If that is the case, can we reach there? It's a $1 billion question. The reason is, if I say a star is about, or a habitable planet is about 1 light year away, 1 light year is nothing but a light travels for a duration of 1 year at the speed of 3 lakh kilometers per second. 3 lakh kilometers per second. Our nearest star is Alpha Centauri, 21 light years. 1 light year away, where you have to travel at the speed of 3 lakh kilometers per second, it reaches by 1 year. It is one way. Otherwise, another year. You know, all the spacecrafts, whatever man-made things, travel at a speed of 30 kilometers per second. Where is 3 lakh kilometers? Where is 30 kilometers? If that is the case, for a human who has put into a capsule, traveling at a speed of 30 kilometers per second, 1 light year away planet, how much time it will take? 10,000 years. One way. Return is another 10,000. How many generations have to change on Earth? How much systems will become obsolete by that time? Unimaginable. So what we know about the universe is the minutest, and we are trying to reach moon, and which is 3.5 lakh kilometers away. So that is the kind of awareness one should know about the universe. If this is the habitable zone, first reachable in shortest time is moon or Mars. Obviously moon, because it is only 3.5 lakh kilometers away. If such is the case, both moon and Mars are in the habitable zone, how much time it takes to travel? You must have seen the time taken by Chandrayaan is 42 days. The time taken by Apollo, a week to 10 days. There were occasions where it has been brought in 4 to 5 days. It depends on the type of trajectory, type of energy you choose to make it travel. That means you can travel, let us say the total energy is provided to you. Your escape velocity is on Earth is 11 kilometers per second. If you travel at such a speed, probably you may reach the moon in 6 hours, but it is not possible because reaching such speeds at instantaneous is not possible. And whereas if you want to go to Mars, and Mars takes roughly around 2 years to go around the sun, and Earth takes 1 year, 365 days. And you know, you can reach Mars whenever you get a proximity towards the Earth, because the shortest distance matters. If that is the case, the travel time to Mars alone with the existing probes are at 6 months, 6 to 8 months. And afterwards, after reaching there, the Mars will go around the moon, sun, and it come back. And you have to stay there for about a year, and next 6 months you have to come back. Totally, if anybody is venturing towards reaching Mars, one has to spend 2.5 years. Is it possible? Scientists are talking about hibernating human. Can you hibernate him for about 2 years and wake him up whenever required? These are all the questions being answered, being done in the research way and trying to find out. And you know, the shortest distance when Mars comes to us is 56 billion kilometers, whereas the farthest one is 401 million kilometers. So always the shortest way is the better one. The people will choose when the Mars is nearby to go to Mars. Anyway, we are not going to Mars today. We are only going to see the moon.